Yo, what up, homie? So, you already know this finna be fire content. So go ahead and drop a like, subscribe, and share this. You know what I'm saying? So we can grow. Alright, y'all. See y'all.
What's going on? I figured it was time for me to come back on this camera, get suited and booted, even though it's snowing out here. You know what I'm saying? And start talking that red pill, right? Oh, damn, the seat, bro. Shit. Well, I'm about to give this knowledge standing up. I'm gonna give it right here. Give y'all this brick wall action. Alright. Yeah, that's cool. Alright. So, everything that you were taught, probably from the age of when you started going to school, you was probably taught that girls are sugar and spice and everything nice. Alright? That's what we always heard. You watch Powerpuff Girls, my nigga, you know what I'm talking about. Chemical X.
Sugar, spice, and everything nice. These were the ingredients chosen to create the perfect little girl. But Professor Utonium accidentally added an extra ingredient to the concoction, Chemical X.
Sugar, spice, and everything nice. The Powerpuff. You know what I'm talking about, Nick. You know what I'm talking about. You a 90s baby, too. So just hang in there with me. Let me set the scene. Let me lay the plate. Let me make the table. Shit. But that's probably what you heard. Girls, sugar, and spice. Everything nice. Then they say boys are made out of snails and nails and all this nasty ass shit. As if we supposed to be like nasty. You know what I'm saying? So, you going to school every day. And you kind of, you notice that you're a little bit different from everybody else. You looking at your friends. You looking at how they move. You looking at how much they talk about girls. And not really that in a way where it's like, okay, I got girls, but you can tell they don't really get girls because of how they interacting with them. Like, they're always chasing girls. They're always talking about them. And then when they actually do get some type of interaction with them, that woman is using them. But this all started from a young age. You know what I'm saying? And they always say from that age. And I'm trying to think back through the timeline, if any of you guys can relate with this. I remember in first or kindergarten, it was before first grade, kindergarten. There was this girl her name was Ruth. She was so tall. She was really tall. Tall and black, looked like she come straight out of Algeria. You know what I'm saying? She really liked me. She really did. But she didn't know how to show that. You know, she's young, I'm young. So I don't know how to explain what she's going through like I can now. We still young. You know what I'm saying? So she started hitting on me and shit. You know, little love taps and everything. And I didn't know if she liked me or anything. Again, I'm still young. Okay? So it started out as love taps. And then she started giving a nigga like that. like straight in the neck and shit. You know, slapping the nigga around. But you know what we're told? You better not hit that girl. You better not hit that girl. Nigga, if you hit that girl, you gonna go in the doo-doo seat. It used to be a doo-doo seat. They used to call it the doo-doo. It used to be a yellow chair with a brown rust in it. But everybody thought it was boo-boo. Okay? But you know what we're told as young men, young boys. Don't hit that girl. Even though she hitting you, she slapping you in your face, she knocking your shoulder out of socket. She giving you rotator cuff syndrome. She giving you rotator cuff syndrome. She just punch you all up. She bigger than me. She can do whatever she want. Because I haven't gone through my puberty. I ain't got no muscle on me. I have no presence. I have no masculinity in me yet to deter that kind of action from me. I have no red pill knowledge that I do now to even see that shit before it happens and end that shit and put that shit on ice. On ice. Right? But these were my first interactions that caused me to be different from the other children. I've always been laid back. I've always been the kid to sit in the back of the class and observe everything. I've always been a people watcher. And like I said, from that little age, going through school, I've seen how my male friends was always chasing after the women and everything. Then, right around middle school, was when everybody started going through their puberty and everything. Yeah. We started going through puberty. So the girls started acting a little different. We had no similarities like we did before. They started growing breasts, hips, and everything. We started getting more of a V-taper to our physique. Everybody's chest don't pop out as a male. That's something that you got to do push-ups for or get really lean for. But some of us, we had that. We had that pop out. But we became more broader as a universal thing. And we started getting hormones kicking in. So I used to notice how girls would choose on me. But with my other friends, they had to do a couple more steps to get the same thing as me. See, I was always introverted. So, and that didn't mean I was shy. I was always called shy a lot. I need to break out of my shell. That's what was told to me. And me, being in this matriarch society, that was mostly said by women. I remember the first date I went on. I took her to Culver's. I took her to Culver's. As soon as we walked in, went to sit down real quick. We walked into Culver's, walked up into the spot. We ordered, and then sat down. She immediately pulled out her phone and everything. She almost called somebody up, but she said her phone wasn't working or something. I gotta pay my phone bill or something. You know what I'm saying? These are little subtle things that flew over my head that if I see now, I'm gonna end the date immediately and walk out. But that's what she was doing. She started asking me questions and things. I would answer them. I would ask her, but she would seem like she was too busy with her phone. or whatever was going on in her phone. She acted like whatever was going on in her phone was more important than me. See, I've always been observant of what women do. So I've always moved differently from other men. Even in middle school, them dudes was putting girls on a pedestal. If you was not getting girls, if you ain't have nobody to take to them dances or anything that they would have sometimes throughout the school year, you ain't really getting nothing popping. You know what I'm saying? Y'all know what I'm talking about. You ain't getting nothing popping. But people saw me differently. And I don't know if this is the same thing with you, but most red pill dudes have these same kind of upbringings. I wasn't never really that kid that was lame or that kid that was cool. I could intermingle with both, because I never really cared about what they thought of me. I used to be the kid that'll show up with Shaqs one day, and then I show up in a fresh pair of Dunks. You know what I'm saying? But even that shoe game, if you didn't come into school with a certain type of shoe, them girls will look at you like, man, he whack. He whack. Or anything. I didn't care. I walk up in that piece with a pair of Dunks, and then they choosing, and then I walk up in there that next day with a pair of shiny ass Shaqs. You know what I'm saying? That's how I rolled. I didn't give a... But see, the thing was, I was still coming there looking clean. You know. So I never really cared about what others thought. But since I didn't understand that I was already having characteristics of an alpha male, I just didn't understand what was going on. And then I went through this phase where I started doing what others were doing. And this is one of my biggest mistakes. This is from actually listening to what women wanted. This is from actually listening from how other dudes get girls. You gotta approach them. You gotta get their number. Then you gotta take them somewhere to make them feel good about that decision about going out with you. I never really thought about it. Instead of just doing what the fuck worked before doing that. How they was choosing on me. And let me tell you something. When I say choosing, I'm talking about multiple times. It didn't just have to be that one time. And you know this is school, so we seeing the same people pretty much every day. But even from that point, even up to the point last year, I was working at Walmart for a little bit. All it took was 2 months. 2 months. You know, I was doing my thing. I ain't say much to anybody. I did it just like I was doing in school. Laid back, posted up in the back of the cut. Not really, you know, intermingling with much people. Just doing my thing. And just doing what I do. And all it took was 2 months. This girl started choosing. She started saying, yeah, he's cute. He's cute. And she didn't just say it under her breath. She made that shit known. She said my name after that to get my attention. Then another girl, she started giving me rides after work because I still didn't have a car at this point. I had lost my car. I was driving a Chrysler. I'm talking about last year before we get back into school. Chrysler Sebring. Coupe. Drop top. Y'all, I think I posted some videos in that. But that's what I was driving and it broke down. So I had to get another car. So I started working at Walmart, right? So that's what started happening. 2 months, though, I started getting them choosing signals, and then There was another time, because I was a stalker, I was an overnight stalker. I was putting up I was stalking the groceries and everything, right? And then there's 3 women that was walking past the aisle. Walk past, right? I kid you not, when I heard a skirt, they came back. And I heard one of them whisper, "Damn, he fine." And then her homegirl got my attention. Right, so I looked over there, and then she asked me, "How old are you?" And then she started licking her lips. Right? And then I told her my age. I told her I'm 23. I'm 23. And she was like, "Damn, he too young. He too young. But hey, you have a nice night." She said it just like that. And she kept going. Now, I could have did something else with that, but I'm just saying that these are the things that I noticed that I was already doing before I started listening to people during that high school period and after I came out of high school, right? So, I remember prom. You know, it's such a rush, especially as a dude, for you to have to try to get somebody to go to prom with you, so you can have your picture in the yearbook, all your family and, you know, friends and everything. Man, it's still snowing. All your family and friends is putting pressure on you. Man, you ain't got a girl yet to go to prom with? I wasn't tripping. I'm telling you, G. I wasn't tripping. But, like, with inside me, I was seeing everybody else, how they was doing, and they was going up to these girls, asking, "You want to go to prom?" Some people was getting... I remember this one dude, he got totally dogged out, but it's one girl. Some people, they was asking what they was in the friend zone with. They ended up going with them, because some of the girls, they didn't want to go by themselves, but they felt like they had to go too because of that social pressure. Some of these were, you know, the popular kids. And even some of the unpopular kids. They would get with some of the unpopular opposite sex and then go. You know. And me, I didn't go. Because I'm like, nigga, I don't dance. What the fuck? Even if a girl did ask me, I'd probably be like, "Hey, shorty, I don't want to. I ain't going, G. But hey, check it out. We can go somewhere else. Just me and you." You know what I'm saying? That would have been my response. But it was just that social pressure that I was feeling from other people. But it was always something within me that kept me coming back to just sitting back and not choosing on women. You understand what I'm saying? It kept me from acting beta and doing beta stuff. Okay? So, let me tell y'all another one. In high school, her name was Diamond. Diamond had to look like Alicia Keys. Alicia Keys in her thick form. But a shorter one. She was real plump. Her breast was like, damn. You know what I'm saying? Her whole body, G. You know, all the way down to the feet, G. She had some pretty feet. You know what I'm saying? I remember the first time I saw her. And it was crazy because we both locked eyes. This was sophomore year. We both locked eyes, right? And I was like, damn, I wonder what that meant. Now I know it's a choosing signal, but at that time, I didn't know what that meant. I just thought, damn, why she looking at me like that? You know what I'm saying? So I kept it pushing. And then we ended up having a class together and everything. She ended up sitting next to me, G, I wish I had a picture of her, G. Y'all would be like, damn, she bad. But see, with Diamond, I wasn't the only one who thought she looked like really good. All the dudes up in my class thought she looked good. So I would always see other dudes trying to get at her and everything. And she would act differently with them. She would treat them like friends. She would be like real cool with them and play around with them. But when it came to me, it was like she was trying to seduce me into something. I didn't understand what at that moment, but I'm just speaking it from that moment, what I was feeling. It seemed like she was trying to seduce me with the way that she would look at me. She would just look at me like this. I'd be walking down the hallway, and she'd just be looking at me like this. Just like that. You know what I'm saying? Had a nigga shook at first. But all throughout my life, this is what happened. So this is why when dudes like me come on to YouTube and we see things from a different view and what's going on with this world and how we can contribute to this red pill knowledge to help you guys. This is like an honor to be up here helping you guys. You know what I'm saying? Because let me tell y'all something, G. Let's just skip fast forward to now. All them girls that we thought was fine in high school and everything now, they went to college and had babies. Got fat. I be seeing them on Facebook. I don't even recognize them no more. I recognize the name, but when I look at their profile picture, I'm like, damn, she fat. She looking like a cantaloupe with bacon wrapped around it, G. Like that girl fat. But they got this dude locked up. Either with a baby. They all had babies. I couldn't find one that didn't have a baby unless she's a lesbian. You know what I'm saying? So when you start to see those things as you growing up through this matriarch society, you start to put two and two together. You know what I'm saying? You used to thought you was the one that crazy. You used to think, damn, my shoes was never enough to get these girls. Damn, my face was never enough to get these girls. And let me tell you something about the face. You know how many girls think I'm ugly? But with the females that chose on me, I ain't have to do too much with them. And that one girl that I told you I took on a date, I chose on her. This was when the one with Culver's, I chose on her. Okay? Because that's when I started testing what these dudes were doing compared to what I was already doing. And it always never worked. Whenever I freaking choose on a girl, it never works out. I either end up in the friend zone, and this is doing the same thing. Icing them. And just what all these other things getting yelled at. You know what I'm saying? Because I didn't understand enough about women. So that's when I started. And you know, this is after high school. That's when I started learning more about these women. After I started getting these experiences from doing it the way they did in high school, like approaching women and things like that, I was like, yo, I'm not used to this. Why these females acting like this right now? So I started getting my head into everything because I wasn't used to this. I would get on them POF, Badu, OkCupid. I ain't really had much luck with Tinder, but I would get on them apps swipe right, swipe right, meet girls that way, message them, hit them up, tell them to come out for a date. But what I kept running into was women that acted like I pedestalized them, but I didn't understand why they felt that way when I didn't think that I did anything to do that. But now that I look back at that, and as you could probably see as well, first of all, I was the one choosing on them. I was the one who took them on a date. I'm treating them like they the damn president of my world. I'm the one selling myself to her. You know what I'm saying? So I started with Coach Corey Wayne. That's my nigga. You know what I'm saying? And that was the basis of everything that I knew. And then I said, damn. And this was after I had broke up. Well, not really even broke up. It felt like I was in a relationship, but I didn't really understand what was going on. But by the point I read Corey Wayne's 3% Man book. It was basically, I was in the friend zone, but I was trying to keep everything together. You know what I'm saying? Because I really liked her. But I was going through this phase, and I didn't know how to get out. I didn't know how to get back to my alpha essence. Letting them choose instead of me choosing on them and going through this downward spiral with them. With this emotional dangling. You know what I'm saying? So I wanted to go deeper. So I ran into people like Mr. Lucario. Got deeper into it. Then I ran into Ron Wills. Got deeper into it to the metaphysics. The metaphysics of it. And that's what I was missing. The metaphysics of it. You know what I'm saying? And that's why a lot of people is having issues in the metaphysical realm. Everybody worried about looks. Everybody worried about that. But the metaphysical brought me back to that alpha self. You know what I'm saying? And then I wanted to go deeper. So I started running into people that y'all may know now. People like AMS, O'Shea Duke Jackson. He brought on quite a few people. Darius, MGTOW. So I started seeing, Afi Kingdom, Book Alpharonomy. I started seeing these other people, AMS. I started seeing these other people that had the same characteristics as me. I was getting sick of hearing that I had to approach these women, that I had to message these women in order to get them. I started hearing, man, let them girls come to you. I'm like, that's what I'm talking about. That's what works for me. That's what works for me. But that's what also worked for them. And all these other red pill dudes. I'm like, there's a community for this? And it literally brought me out of this matriarch society. And let me tell y'all another thing I was doing. I would literally take my money and budget in at least $200 to go blow on females. You know what I'm saying? I was in bad shape. Bad shape. You know what I'm saying? And this is why it made it feel so good when I found this red pill. You know what I'm saying? I was not the only one. So when I started finding out that I wasn't the only one and everything, that's when I said, you know what? Let me start making some videos, right? Hold on, I'm about to grab a seat. Cause I'm really deep in the conversation with y'all. Woo! Okay, so that's when I discovered the red pill. And I started falling back into who I was. I started learning about powerful metaphysical stuff like semen retention, the body, our natural diet and things like that. That does the attraction for you. You know what I'm saying? And then you can add the bells and whistles with the physical stuff that you already know. Like getting your life together and your purpose and everything. That's what I was always about. You know what I'm saying? So that helped me just get back on track, because I felt like I was off track and I was doing things that I wasn't used to when I would try to approach women. I didn't really get scared of it. It was just something was fighting me from the inside, say, nigga, this ain't you, this some hated shit that you done. But I'm conflicted with it, because I'm like, nigga, I'm seeing them do this shit in school and I seen them doing on YouTube, so I gotta do it. That's what was going on, like, inside. So when I came across this stuff, man, that's where I was like, man, this is like really reflected with what my experiences were with girls. Okay, so that's why I wanted to come on YouTube and start giving my perspective of it and everything that I'm learning. Because I'm always, whenever y'all don't see me posting on YouTube, I'm watching other YouTubers, and I'm testing things out on myself to get results from it. And things like semen recirculation. Everybody's talking about semen retention, but semen recirculation I want to tell you guys about, because it's better. It's better. Alright, we back. So semen retention and eating fruit and things like that, eating enough carbs and things like that, it gets your body cut up. You know what I'm saying? And that's where I want you guys to be as a basis, your purpose and everything. Getting your money together and everything. Online. Start thinking of something you can do online and sell over the internet, because sales is the number one place to make your bread. You know what I'm saying? If you can do it online, all you got to do is scale it. Things like email marketing, they got online business opportunities. You can start selling clothes. You can do things like that, so you can get your bread passively, and you can do whatever you want to on the side. If you in the grind, you got things like DoorDash, you got things like Grubhub. I want to talk about these kind of things that you can do now, so you can start doing it, because we already know how the women are. They think black woman is God. They just think a whole bunch of things. But if you understand them, they gonna say whatever they need to say about themselves to feel good about themselves in that moment. But that's on them. It has nothing to do with us, because we are alpha. Everything that goes on in our world is because we choose to allow it. You know what I'm saying? But those are things that I'm going to be bringing. The first one after this video is probably going to be about semen retention versus semen recirculation, because that's important. There's too many dudes wasting their seed, and they trying to figure out why they not getting girls. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna break that down. A little bit more than just do NoFap. It's deeper than that. It's deeper than just do NoFap. Okay. A lot of people say do NoFap because they don't really have a true understanding of what really going on. So I'm gonna break it down, and then we gonna go into the other things, right? But I just wanted to break it down for y'all. That's all I got for now. It's starting to get cold out here. You know what I'm saying? So go ahead, drop a comment if you had a similar upbringing. I'm gonna make a video about growing up in a single mother household too. You know what I'm saying? I haven't seen too many YouTubers do that, so I'm gonna do my experience. But yeah, drop a comment if you had anything similar to what I said that I went through in my childhood when it came to women. Go ahead and like the video. Check out the website. I got a playlist for you guys if you're new. Go ahead and watch them videos, so you got a basis of some knowledge. And then as I'm giving you the my newest downloads, you can just add that on top of your basis. Okay? And I got the consultation and the Facebook message button on the website too. Alright, so I'm gonna let y'all do y'all thing with that. I got the PayPal button for donations down below in the description box. So do what y'all do. If you feel like doing those things, if you feel inclined in doing that, do your thing. Other than that, go ahead, share the video, like the video. You know, we keep it pushing. But other than that, thanks for watching the video. And y'all just watch y'all six out here, man. For real. For real, man. Alright, y'all. Peace.